Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for coming out. We're going to be briefed this morning by our Team IC, Pruitt Small, and the Operations Deputy, Billy Morris. So we'll start with Pruitt.
Thanks, Tiffany. Good morning, everybody. Again, my name is Pruitt Small. I'm the incident commander for the Type 3 incident management team that is here to recover the body of Hector Garnica, who is still in the Verde River somewhere, and our primary mission is to locate him and return his body back to the family so that they have closure on the whole event. Remember, 5 days ago, we had 14 people swept down the East Verde River. 4 of those people were rescued, some with significant injuries, and 10 of them perished within the flood. We're looking for the final body, and that is Hector. To do that, our team has assembled 125 people, multidisciplinary law enforcement, fire, medical, emergency management, and a big contingent of search and rescue volunteers from all of the surrounding counties. So to make that happen, what we do is we put a plan together, an incident action plan, and we briefed on that. About 45 minutes ago, we briefed about 65 or 70 people about what they were going to do today. And the way we manage that is we break the river up into sections. We call those divisions. We have 3 divisions, and our ops chief, Billy Morris, will go over that. And today we're going to send out about 75 or 80 people. One of the complexities of this incident is we're sending out 75 or 80 people into the very same conditions that happened 5 days ago. We could get rains, we could get floods. So our concern is how do we take these responders and that we borrow from their families and their organizations they're out there trying to find Hector, how do we send them home safe at the end of this incident? So we have warning systems. We're working with the National Weather Service out of Flagstaff. We put spotters upstream. And remember, we're putting 75 people in the same area that swept away 14 people 5 days ago. So my primary concern is the responders. And with that concern, again, we're trying to find the body of Hector, but I got to get everybody home safe, and I have to try to get the body back to the family so that they can begin the closure and the grieving process that's already going on. We're working here at the behest of the Gila County Sheriff's Office. We would suspect that we're going to be here another 3 or 4 days. Our hope is that we find Hector's body today, and we can begin, as I said, de-escalating this both for our organization and the family, then can move on. So again, the Type 3 organization is here as long as the sheriff needs us. Governor Ducey has provided all the resources to make this happen. We're working with the Arizona Department of Emergency Management and Military Affairs. The team that I work for in my organization is the Department of Forestry and Fire Management, and we brought people in from fire departments, police departments, sheriff departments, emergency management organizations all around the state. And we plan on being here until the sheriff says it's time to go, and within that time to go, we certainly hope that we locate Hector for the family and the rest of the extended family, who at times there has been 60 to 75 extended family members up here supporting the family. Some incredible things have happened. There's been large amounts of donations to assist the families with the funerals, their cost for staying up here. So our side's pretty technical. We try to stay professional, but there's the whole other side with the family, and I think that the Gila County Sheriff's Office is taking very good care of the family and supporting their needs. So from my end, I'll pass it off to Billy, who's going to talk about how we're conducting those search operations today. So thank you.
Good morning, Billy Morris, Operations Sections Chief on the All Hazard Team. My day job is I'm a battalion chief with the City of Peoria Fire Medical, and I was brought up by the team to do the Operations Sections Chief. And today I'll go over our operational briefing. You look at in Division Alpha, we have a couple dive teams and search dogs that are going to be concentrated. We shrunk Alpha. If you looked at the map yesterday, Alpha was a little bit bigger division. We've had a lot of hits from the dog teams in the specific area in Alpha, so we brought in some dive teams from the Maricopa County Sheriff's Department, and they're going to go up there and concentrate on some of the deeper ponds or holes that are some of the deeper ponds or holes that are located between the falls and the water wheel campground, and we'll take the search dogs back in there, and they're going to dive that. So we're going to put a lot of horsepower into the upper end of Division Alpha today. Not that we're stopping anything in Bravo or Charlie, but we're going to put a lot of horsepower into Alpha to try to get that area closed out. The probability of detection in Bravo has gone up, so we're probably around 60% in Bravo, and we want to get to 98% in Alpha and Bravo by the end of the day, hopefully today. That's pretty much where all our horsepower is going to be, is in Alpha, a little bit in Bravo, and Charlie is still a scouting area. We do have search dogs, 4 search dogs in each division that will be working with the crews. But with that, I can take any questions if you have questions.
What does it mean when a dog hits? I mean, how significant is that, and how many kind of hits did you get yesterday in that Division A?
When they run the dog through, the dog will start getting really excited. It'll go to the pile and it'll start pawing. We'll take that dog away, we'll flag that area, and then they'll run another dog through that same area. And that same dogs, we've had 4 different dogs hit on different areas, and then we'll do a more concentrated search in that area. Being that they have pulled other victims, the dogs will sometimes get false hits, and we just have to be thorough and tear through some of those piles. Some of the debris piles that are down there are 8 to 10 feet deep, so it's going to take a while to tear into some of those. Right now we're concentrating a lot on the divers going into some of the ponds. There's strainers in those as the water flowed over, and it creates a vortex, and if somebody is trapped in there, it can push them to the bottom, and then they can get trapped down there. So that's why the divers are going in there.
8 to 10 feet deep, but what type of debris is down there, and how do you sift through all of that?
The divers, a lot of it they can't see, it's just by hand and feel. Trees, branches, anything. There's some trash up there. They can be caught by rocks. Everything was moved around. If you were up in this area of this creek before, as the flood comes through, it changes the topography a lot.
We know that the weather was bad yesterday. That's why you had to stop searching at noon. What's your outlook for today?
Well, we're supposed to have rain throughout most of the state today. They lowered it from 70% to 40% for our area that we're going to be searching. Like the incident commander Pruitt said, we have lookouts that are up, lookouts that are down. We have the National Weather Service looking out for us. If it starts to rain, we're not going to be caught in a flood. We'll pull all of our searchers off. Yesterday we were able to search till about 1,300 hours. That's when the rains came in and we pulled everybody out.
Do you have more searchers out there today, or is this about the same as yesterday?
About the same. We just, the only difference is we rotated some crews out and some other crews in, and the Sheriff's Department from Maricopa County brought in their dive team, 4 of their divers that will be assisting us up in that division.
Were there divers there yesterday?
There were divers, local divers there, but they've been diving the last 3 or 4 days, so it's giving them a little break and letting some new fresh divers get in there.
You said Division C ends where was it the farthest victim was found, or just one of the victims?
One of the victims, the furthest down victim, was found in Division Charlie. So if we get total closeout on Alpha and Bravo, that doesn't mean they're not in there and buried under some debris. As much as we can get, then we'll move the divisions down. Like Pruitt said, 3 or 4 more days maybe, and then maybe turn it back over to the locals.
Do you think why it's taking a few days with all the manpower is because more than likely he is hidden somewhere underneath, or could it be possible that he's
He could have floated down, but with all the dog hits, we've ran dogs all the way down, and the majority of the dog hits are in Division Alpha or the top end of Bravo, if you will. And that could be false hits. It's what we go on with the dogs, and we're going to search diligently until we find this gentleman.
On these search efforts. Just heart-wrenching to hear that 60 extended family members also out there just desperately searching for the missing man, the missing father up there. So we'll continue to keep you up to speed as we hear any updates. Now to the latest on a suspect takedown at a Motel 6. We now know a bondsman fired some rubber bullets on a suspect as he tried to get away. Gibby following this story near 111th Avenue in Grand. Gibby.
Yeah, Scott, this team from Didn't Do It Bill's bondsmen tell us that they've been after this fugitive for quite some time. He even
That is up to the local sheriff. We're here on behalf of the sheriff to help him with the horsepower of all of our members to get this accomplished. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.